What's up everyone, welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm just gonna make a simple video called what I love and hate about Asian women. And it's just gonna, be a personal kind of video showing my thoughts and feelings about how I feel about them. So let's get started. So what I love about them, um, I love their looks. I think they're probably some of the most beautiful women on Earth, and I just love their small eyes. I love their small stature, even though I didn't really appreciate it at first, but over time it just grew on me. Their accent, it's unique depending on where you are, like Vietnam, Korea, Philippines, China, Japan. They have a sort of unique accent, when it comes to English, at least, and I love their languages, be it you know Chinese, Japanese, or whichever one it is. I love the culture for the most part. Like, I just love learning about you know different cultures of it, whether it's in Indonesia or someplace. Um, and Pretty much it. I mean, the food, of course, the the clothing. They have some of the most beautiful clothing out there. It's just wow. I'm amazed. And they're pretty fun to be around, like I flirted with a bunch of them. Like, I flirted with a bunch of Filipinas, and mostly Filipinas. Um and we laugh a lot and we get along great, and a bunch of them like me, and so it's pretty fun people to be around. So now I'm just gonna get into the things I don't like about them. Um, I don't like how Asian women seem so passive when it comes to communication, because that just annoys me. Like, that just frustrates me. Um, and what I mean by that is I notice that a lot of them um, tend to ignore talking about certain subjects, and they um they don't want to openly express how they feel because they think that it will offend people and stuff like that. That just rubs me the wrong way. And I've met a bunch of those people who happen to be Asian women, and it bothers me. I dated a few Filipinas, but those relationships didn't work out because, well, one didn't work out mainly because of the lack of communication. Like, this girl wasn't talking to me. She said she was busy, and but then she'd be talking to other people, so I had to end it. And and then this other woman who was way older than me, also a Filipina, she it didn't end because of communication per se. I guess it ended more because she got anxious that I didn't tell her that I loved her. She was like, "I love you, baby," and I just kissed her goodnight, and I didn't say anything back. And then she's like, "Why didn't you say it back?" And I'm like, and I explained why. I said, I don't feel comfortable in a relationship yet to say that. And and then she thought I was playing her and stuff like that, And I said, and she just broke up with me for that reason. So, um, but I think she's probably the exception because at least she was honest and told me how she felt about things. So maybe give her a slide. But other than that, um, usually a lot of Asian women they're like that. They're tend to be quiet and not really vocal about certain things. Um, you know, and I think that it's probably the culture to that you're supposed to be polite all the time, and and I just don't agree with it honestly. Like, I feel like you should speak your mind even if it offends people, um, even if you don't agree with it. You know, like who cares about what people think? Like, who cares about what guys think and stuff like that? And unfortunately, like those women, I don't know if they acknowledge it or they probably I don't know if they don't see it or what's the deal, but they it just it rubs me the wrong way. And what else? Um, I don't like how they try to fit in a mold, like Japanese women. They'll try to fit in a certain like how they'll wear the same high school dresses or stuff like that. I don't like that. Like they'll try to act the same. They'll try to belong in a certain group. I don't like conformity. I like people standing out, having their own opinions, having their own um, thoughts and feelings. And I mean, but I mean, I guess I wouldn't really put off someone like that. Like I wouldn't reject them because they're conformists or something like that. But it kind of annoys me. Like unless it's detrimental to the relationship, then I would. But another thing I don't like about Asian women, I don't like how some of them pick their families over their boyfriends. Like I've met some people, some Asian women who who if they're going through a situation where their family wants them to marry such and such person, such and such guy, and they agree with it even if they don't love the person and stuff like that. And it's just like, no, like you should not suck up to what, you know, your parents want. Like you should do what makes you happy, be yourself, like stop trying to please other people. And you know, that's how you should live. And I just I can't stand that type of mentality because it's just so backwards. And I think it's pretty much part of the many Asian cultures. And I just don't agree with it. And there's another one. Another thing I don't like is I mean I guess that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I don't like but yeah, because I noticed that with black women and with like black women tend to be very open about how they feel, tend to be more more independent, more focused on themselves rather than their family. Of course, they're family orientated too, but they tend to not put their own happiness at risk just because their family wants them to. And with white women, you don't see that happen much either. Like they tend to be vocal about how they feel, and they don't do the stuff that Asian women do. Same with Hispanic women, so um, they're pretty loud. But Asian women, they're more quiet, more kind of reserved. Um, they don't tend to get involved in deep issues, um, at least from what I noticed. But other than that, pretty much had a good time with them. Like, I learned some new languages, um, from Indonesian and Tagalog, Cebuano. Learned a bunch of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you later.